So I decided to come out to Calico Basin today. It's Christmas Day. Merry Christmas. Do a little hiking and geocaching. And it looks like half the town of Vegas decided to come out here and do a little hiking as well. But I'm getting off trail a little bit. Hopefully places where I won't see too many of the other locals. So geocaching, we're going after a geocache. Actually, a few of them out here. The weather's nice out here today. It's only about 52 degrees. So just light jacket's really all you need. Very light wind blowing. So nice day for a hike this Christmas. This is the GPS unit I'm using to get us to the geocache. You can see it says we've got about 0.17 miles to go to get to it. And the little arrow kind of directs us the way, and the closer we get, it counts down how far we have left to go. Okay, so we're about 50 feet or so from the geocache. All right, let's see. It says we're about 46 feet. Of course, the arrow is pointing that direction, which figures means we got more uphill to go. So let's scramble up this way a little bit. Well, here's sort of a trail I could have took. That's the problem with these geocachers. You always find the easy way once you arrive at them. All right, 28 feet. 28 feet uphill. 28 feet uphill. Great. "13 feet. And I see it. So you want to have sharp eyes, and I'll show you where it's at. You can see there's all kinds of cracks and crannies out here to hide little containers in, like you might suspect. That little crack under the rock there, but this guy didn't disguise it quite so much. If you look close into that rock, you'll see a little ammo can. That's going to be the geocache. So let me just work my way over there. All right, so we found the geocache. So this is the geocache. I've opened it up. I'll show you some of the contents here. Looks like we got a paper with some kids' drawings in it. This is the logbook, and you can see the other people who have come up here and logged it. Looks like the last log was December 20th, 2020, by Taylor's First Geocache with Alex. Then, since a lot of people like to bring their kids geocaching, they put toys in here. See, I got a bag of marbles, a squirt gun, a couple balls. Looks like we got some Matchbox cars. What else do you see in here? A little lanyard. So, as you can see, I don't usually trade anything. If you take something, you're supposed to leave something of equal or greater value. It works on some moral code thing. I don't ever take anything, or very rarely have I ever taken anything. I just like to sign the log and then move on to the next one. I do this mostly because it just takes me to interesting places I wouldn't normally have gone to. Let me show you what it looks like around this area where he has the geocache hidden. So we're currently sitting on kind of a steep hill. As you can see the parking lot over there in the distance. It's not too far away. This was only about 4/10 of a mile to get here from the parking lot, so it was pretty close. As a matter of fact, on the way up here, I passed some people who apparently plan on camping for the evening. They're kind of tucked in among these rocks here. I saw one of them bouldering. Apparently rock climbers. Bouldering is when you practice your rock climbing techniques on smaller rocks, the kind of things where you practice risky moves you wouldn't normally do up high, and this way if you fall off one of the boulders you don't kill yourself. So they're camped down there amongst the rocks, and I guess they're bouldering. Maybe they're going on a rock climb. They could be going up here later in the day or tomorrow, who knows. But lots of people out here. Here's some more hikers off to my right now. So there's my signature. 12/25/20, LV Hiker, Merry Christmas. LV Hiker is my geocaching name I've been using since, I don't know, the early 2000s when I first started this. I think I've got around 1,000 of these I've found so far, and probably hidden 20 to 30 of them. So once you finish signing the geocache, you put it back, and you want to camouflage it a little bit. You do that so it's not obvious to just a random hiker going by here. Doesn't have to be completely hidden, but make it sort of camouflage where it just doesn't stand out like a sore thumb. And I think that'll do. Okay, so we finished up this geocache. We're going to head over to the next one. It's 8/10 of a mile away. I mentioned it was 8/10 of a mile to the next geocache. That's 8/10 of a mile as the crow flies. 8/10 of a mile could conceivably be the mountain behind my back, and to the other side of that may be a couple miles. But I happen to know from looking at the map that it's not on the other side of the mountain, because I wouldn't have gone that alone. That would be definitely hike with somebody else. Matter of fact, we'll probably do that one in the future. That's called Craft Canyon, I believe, on the other side. The one we're going after, the geocache we're going after, is actually just on the far side of this mountain, over there off in the distance. So it shouldn't take us too long to get over there. You know, with this hiking out here, the jacket had to come off. It got a little warm, so if you're doing a little activity, it's nice enough here on Christmas Day just to be hiking in a t-shirt. So when you're out here in the desert around Las Vegas in the wintertime, and you're gonna go hiking, you definitely want to layer up a bit. Because right now you see I'm just wearing a t-shirt, very comfortable. Slight wind actually feels kind of good. All right, GPS says we're about 0.19 miles from the cache, and it looks like it's pretty much in that direction, so hopefully there's not too much hill climbing. One of the cardinal rules of geocaching is you kind of keep it secretive, so you just don't pull the geocache out with other people around, and when you leave they trash it. So we'll kind of zero in on it and see if we can find it and keep it a secret, or if I'll have to come back another day and grab this one. So I think I've gotten close enough to the geocache. I can snag it and keep it secreted enough that people will just think I'm taking a break. But I got people pretty nearby. Let me show you. We have some boulders right over there. The geocache is right there. And I've got hikers over there. I've got hikers over there. So the plan is to sit down like I'm taking a break, and they'll think I'm just pulling something out of my backpack. Okay, so this is the plan. We're gonna pull it out. I don't think anybody's paying much attention to me because there's people all over out here. And yes, sometimes I do worry there's creepy crawlies around there. I try to make a little noise, so if there is, they run away. Okay, so again, we've got a logbook, a packet of karate-shaped rubber bands. There's a turtle, stick of gum, yuck. Old cigarette lighter, that works. So if you need to build a fire out here in the middle of the night. The sucker, at least you can see that one's still sealed. Keychain of some type. An army man. And a couple other odds and ends. But I'm just going to sign the logbook and be on my way. Looks like the last signature here was November 29th. So before I put it back, I'll kind of look around, make sure nobody's watching closely, and nobody is. And I think that's good.
Ryan made that look pretty cool D5 called Hyperglide.
You know what? Yeah, the 5. I was gonna say, can we do the warm-ups on the other side real quick, and then okay. Yeah.
Cross right like you did with the high. I didn't get to do it.
I should have gone here. Yeah, probably. And then match with her. Really? Yeah.
You know how to do intermediate cross? You get intermediate pin.
I don't know.
Yo, man, my man got the
the road shirt, the style.
And the sunglasses.
Yeah,
Style points.
You're all about vibes, he's your guy.
Yeah, seriously.
He runs off vibes.
Is that a 5? Yeah, I can look it up.
Oh yeah, I think that's that.
No, I have it downloaded.
Go to the right. He can't hear you.
Actually, I like that. Nobody can spray bait at you when you have your That's what Jesse should do.
He doesn't know if it's Jossie or not. Just
Keep going. What is that climb? Monkey
like
Bar
I think it's
Direct?
a 4.
Oh,
Nice. This thing? Oh, that.
All right. So on the way back from the second geocache of the day, and as the crow flies, I bet it's probably a half mile back to the parking area. But with the twists and turns along the trail, it's probably 3/4 of a mile. So the parking area is way over there, just beyond that beige or peach colored house. You can see the cars parked out there. I believe that's the parking area. All right, only a few hundred feet from the third and last geocache. Should be right up ahead here on the left-hand side. I'm guessing where those groups of rocks are. So we will see shortly. Okay, it's supposed to be about 50 feet from right here in this direction. So let's see what we can see here. Saying 10 feet now. Should be able to practically see it. All right, I'm going to climb around these rocks here and see what I can see. All right, this one was a bit of a challenge. Again, lots of cracks around here where the geocache could possibly be hidden. But after looking around, I found it right down here. In here, I can show you. And there it is. So I'm going to sign this. I'll take a few pictures of the area and then head back to the car. Like I said, lots of people out here today. This is kind of unique. There's a bunch of circles of rock somebody made out here. And this little area, if it looks interesting to you, is really close to the parking lot. There's the parking lot. Right over there. Don't come on a weekend or Christmas, because it's very busy out here. So that's the end of today's hiking. Heading back to the car. Gonna go home and have a chicken dinner for Christmas with some pie. And we'll do this all again next week.